Hey, what's up, besties? It's your girl E.Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping back by my channel. If this is your very first time, stop what you're doing, click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. We on this journey together. Let's really be together, okay? The notification bell gonna help you. So today we're gonna be doing my paycheck to paycheck budget, which I'm too excited because tomorrow is payday. So if you guys are interested in joining me and putting together my paycheck to paycheck budget, and then stay tuned. Alright, you guys, so this is my paycheck for 11/15. As you guys know, I get paid twice a month. I get paid at the end of the month, which is usually the 30th or the 31st, and then I also get paid on the 15th. So this is my middle paycheck. I love this paycheck more than anything because I feel like I don't have to pay as much out as I usually do with everything else. So I really do like budgeting this paycheck because this is where I save the most of my money from, and I can see the most bang for my buck, I feel like. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So the planner that I'm using is the Erin Condren planner, just for those who are new to my channel. It will be linked down below and you guys can get it, and there's a $10 off coupon, okay? So there's also going to be some sales and stuff going around with the holiday season, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Okay, so our expenses, I went ahead because somebody told me I take too long drawing my lines. And I'm here for the comments and the feedback, okay? So I won't listen to everything, but I figured that was something I could do, you know, to kind of speed things up. So we're going to go ahead and put everything down here. And we have Navient, of course. Ugh, they get on my nerves. They annoy my soul. And they annoy my soul. But anyways, they're going to be due on 11/15, and this is auto paid. I think I'm going to make a little mark for things that have to be auto draft. Because I think that'll be helpful to know that this is going to come out of my account automatically. So I'm just going to use that purple dot to let myself know that. And I don't know if that might be a process you can use as well, just to kind of signify things that are on auto pay. So first we have Navient, and that bill now is $103. So it did go up because the program that I'm on, I started on an income-based budget, income-based repayment plan, and they started me off real low. Okay, and then they bumped me up a little bit more. So last time I was paying $88 every paycheck, and now I'm paying $103. So that difference is, oh, you know, a little bit, but I'm happy that it didn't go up to an astronomical amount that I could not pay. And if you guys didn't know, I love using the word astronomical because it makes it, you know, really get a picture for what I'm talking about. So we have Navient there, and then we have our car note, because I keep putting that at the bottom and I have no idea why. So I'm going to make sure that I do this correctly this time, and that is due on 11/15 as well. I have that one auto deducted as well, so I'm going to put that there. And I pay over my car note every time because I'm trying to pay that bad boy off. And what I have to make sure that I do is call in when I make the payment and tell them that I need them to apply that to the principal balance and not to just applying it to my interest, because they will try to get me, and I ain't got time to be getting got out here in these streets. I'm trying to save my coins. So we have our car note, and then we have our MLGW bill. And if you guys are not from Memphis, y'all don't know the struggle, but whoo, child, the struggle is real with MLGW. I budget for $180 every month, and I'm usually right around that with how we do everything. The due date for this is actually 11/21, but because I'm so like, I need to get this over with, I go ahead and I put the due date as 11/15 as a note for myself to go ahead and pay it, because it isn't on auto pay. I will never put MLGW on auto pay. I don't care how much of a discount they give me. I will never let them do that, because I will not let them take any more money from me than I want them to have, honey. I just don't have the time. So MLGW is $180. All right, and so then we have our iTunes bill, and iTunes actually is auto deducted, and it's due, I was looking here, it's actually due 11/16, but the funny thing is today is 11/14, and I got a ding that they took that money out of my account. So I'm interested to see what's going on with that. So I will have to check into that, because that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Even though it's only $2.99, if you didn't budget for it to come out, you know, you just want to check into stuff like that, making sure they're not overcharging you or anything of that nature. So I'm just going to put that $2.99 there. And I'm also going to mark again that this is auto pay. Okay. And then we have our phone bill. Now this went up, and this is something that I am working with them on. They are supposed to be applying so many different credits to my account right now, because they clowning with the charges and the fees. But until that happens, I do not want them to cut me off. Y'all know Sprint don't play no games. I don't have time for Sprint and how they be trying to make people feel. So I make sure I go ahead and pay, and then if they apply a credit, then that's fine. I'll work with them on that. And right now, whew, Lord Jesus, fix it, it's at $259. So I am, like I said, I am going to pay that, but that is absolutely incorrect. I returned my phone that I had the last time, and they didn't credit me back for the monthly credit. It was just a whole mess, honey. It's a whole thing. They had me ready to change over to Verizon, and I ain't been with Verizon in I don't know how long. So yeah, you get how I'm feeling, you know. So then we have Xfinity. And I'm going to make a little note here, because these are the things, there's some things that, well, I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, so we have Xfinity, and this one is due on 11, let me make sure, yeah, 11/27. Okay, and the cost is normally $76.77. This is also another one I have to call about, because the bill that they sent me is incorrect. It looks like I had a 1-year subscription to what they offered me, but it was supposed to be a 2-year, per my conversation that I actually went back and pulled up in one of my planners that I had wrote down when I signed up for the service of just the internet, and I cut off all the cable. So it was supposed to be for 2 years and not 1. So I'm calling them back to get that back down, because my bill says 98, I think, and I was like, oh no, it's supposed to be 76. And I know that $20 may not seem like a whole lot, but baby, when you're budgeting, you need all your coins to be all in the right places. Okay, so that is me in a nutshell. If you didn't know me, I'm like trying to make sure all my stuff is correct. So now we have Netflix, and this is like my end of the month bill, and Netflix is due on 11/28, and that bill is just $15.32. Okay, so then I know people are probably like, you probably should pay that out of my next. No, I pay that there because it's still a part of this paycheck, because again, I don't get paid until the 30th. So that's something that I keep in mind when I'm doing my bill placement and things like that. I call back some of these people and put these things in these places. Or like with iTunes, one time I canceled the subscription and put it on the day I wanted it to be on, so that I can make sure everything was where it needed to be for my coins. And I always recommend doing that. Adjust your bill dates that are there so that they will help you with your money and manage your money. Don't just let them tell you when your bills are due. Like, yeah, but they want their money, but at the same time, you got to make sure you can pay them, you know, accordingly. So definitely work on adjusting your bills per your paychecks. All right, so the next thing we have down here are our cash envelopes. Oh, why did I write that into there? Cash envelopes and our sinking funds, and these don't have a due date, but I like to get that money out on the day that I get paid if I can. So I'm just gonna put 11/15 there, because that's when I like to get it out. And we're budgeting $420 here, and sinking funds will be $80. This is also my bonus check week, so I'm gonna put that down here in my notes section, that there will be a bonus check coming early, because we normally don't get that until December, but they're actually going to give it to us sooner. So I have a bonus check down here, and then I'll have YouTube, and I'll have share sale, And I have information about share a sale down at the bottom. Even if you aren't a YouTuber or whatever, if you share links with people and you get people to buy things, definitely check out share a sale, because they pay you cash money. Okay, for every time you share something, they pay you cash for it. So definitely look into that. There's share a sale. Then I have my Amazon, which my Amazon, I actually just get it back in credit, like Amazon credit, because I shop with Amazon all the time. So I just get them to ship me an Amazon credit, and I use that towards stuff for my shop or whatever I need. And then we have, of course, my Etsy shop. So I'm just gonna put those down there as additional income that I do not count towards anything, but in the case if something happens, because normally this stuff just goes to savings, but if something happens, I have that, you know, to fall back on or whatever. So I'm just gonna put, why did I stop at additional? It's just an income here. Okay, additional income. So that's just giving me an idea of what I will have coming in, and you know, whatever. And you guys didn't see my last paycheck to paycheck budget because my crazy self thought I had enough battery, the video cut off, whatever. So it was a whole thing, but I did fill out everything here just to kind of go back over it. My goals were to redo my debt snowball, plan for Christmas, and plan account move. I'm planning to move some money to close an account that I have in Indiana and put it all into one online account now that I know that it's working, because it's essentially the same thing, because that bank is not here in Memphis. So I mean, I wouldn't be losing out on anything. I just wanted to make sure everything was legit. My paychecks will go there and all of that jazz. So as you can see, I decorated and all of that, but my remaining balance for that week was $58.54. So I was really low on funds, which is why you see the Bye Felicia little sticker here that I got from Creative KEO, and I love that sticker. All right, so we're back here. Let's go ahead and do our total expenses. Hope you guys have had enough time to kind of write out your expenses and what they're due. So let's go ahead and add up all of our expenses. And what is my calculator? Where is your scooter? Okay, so first we start off with 103 plus 500 plus 180 plus 299 plus 259 plus 76.77 plus 1532 plus 500. All right, so our total expenses for this paycheck is going to be $1637.08. That's what we're budgeting for. So our remaining is going to be, so we'll do minus, can you guys see my calculator? Okay, there we go. 2011. So we're going to be left with $373.92, and we are in the plus, so I'm going to write it in green. Now this is close to Christmas, and although some of this money from our sinking funds is for Christmas, excuse me, I want to make sure I keep this just in case. I'm a just in case type person around the holiday times. You never know what may come up, and with it getting cold and stuff like that. So just in case, I want to have some readily available cash not in my savings that I can use. So for right now, I'm not going to allocate this to anything. But if you guys remember from my previous here, my student loan, I want to do start adding stuff to my student loan number 1 and start getting that paid off. I want to pay off a loan, and I want to pay that off by the end of February. So that's my goal to do. So if I'm able to make it past, you know, everything and not have to worry about stuff, I will definitely be putting that towards there. But for right now, for where I'm at in my life, in my position of life, I'm going to leave that there, and that's just going to sit until the end of the month when I finalize everything and see where I'm at, and then see where my account balances are at, and then I can move accordingly to what I need for December. The holiday times are a little bit different for everyone. If you've been saving all year, normally I don't save for Christmas in particular, and the reason why is because I get a bonus check I usually get a bonus check in December, so I normally don't have to worry about saving for Christmas stuff. But my sinking funds were used for like birthdays and clothing, and when the seasons change, going somewhere on a trip, whatever. That's what my sinking funds were used for. So I think going forward into next year, I'm going to keep that same plan, because I like the fact that my bonus check it's dependable. It's going to be there. There's not really anything holding off on that I would have to be worried about. So I think I'm going to leave my sinking funds the same and do the same thing in the month of November, and just leave some extra if needed for that. But my bonus check usually takes care of my Christmas, so I'm usually not even concerned about that. But I know that other people may have that worry or whatever, and I definitely would have, if I had to start saving, I would have started saving in the month of June, and that would have gave me 6 months. June is the 6th month, yeah. That would have gave me 6 months to save for Christmas. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I don't really know why I shared that with you, but yeah, that's where I'm going. So again, I have my additional incomes listed down here. Once I get them, I will list them down here, and I can finish all of that. But yeah, this is my budget. Thank you guys so much for doing your budgets with me. I am really, really happy with the way things are going. I feel like I'm on a consistent train to going the right way, even when I don't have, like, this was scary to look at my account and only see, like, I think I had left maybe $20 or $40 in there. So to look at my account and see that amount was a little bit scary, but I felt good because it was just my, like, I still had money in my cash envelopes. I still had money in my savings. This wasn't my last and only end all be all type budget. This was just money left over from the end. So it made me a little scared, but not so much. I was able to get past it and think positively about things going forward, and I knew I would have a little bit of cash flow coming in for the next paycheck to carry me over in the event that something happened that I didn't plan for. And I don't want to go into my savings unless I have to, but if I have to, then just make it happen. So thank you guys so much for budgeting with me. I will catch you guys in the next video. Mwah! KK, bye.